here for everyone all over the world. I know it's 2 p.m. here in Canada. Netherlands time, it's 8 p.m. We've got people all over the world, so it's great to see that technology allows us to do that. So let's get right into it, guys. So a training that I really wanted to train on was the tripod of belief. This training it was really dear to my heart when I first started this business because if you don't have any of these beliefs, your belief system's going to crumble. So when someone gives you an objection like this is a pyramid scheme or this will never work, you just shut down and you'll never be able to succeed. So my mentors, for the past 3 years of building my own business, have taught me the tripod of belief, and because they taught me this, I'm still doing this. And I've been through the ups and downs. I've made my mistakes. I've failed. I've had people spit in my face, tell me that you're not good enough, or this is a scam, or, who really loves fashion. I've heard everything in the books. And because I had my belief system strong, because of this one method that my mentors like Leor Scaler and Renee and Ramin and Maria have taught me, I'm still in the game and I'll never drop out because the belief I have for the company, myself, and the industry. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So it's super important to get your pens out, get your notebooks, and write this stuff down. Write it down because you will not remember it just by looking at it. It's really important to write it down, and this is going to be recorded, and then watch it again one more time and take more notes and get it embedded into your brain so that you understand what type of belief you need to have. And this isn't just I'm not just going to teach you about a belief. I'm going to teach you why it's important. Why it's important to have belief in these three things. Okay? So, one thing you have to understand when it comes to mindset, that's literally everything when you're playing the game of success. When you want to win at success, you have to have a great mindset. If you have a wrong mindset, everything goes wrong. But if you have the right mindset, everything goes right. So, before you leave your door, before you make that phone call, before you go do that next tour, I want you to make sure that you're in the right mindset. Because you have to understand that if you're not in the right mindset, then your prospect's going to read that off you, whether that's over a phone call or in person. They'll read that off you because as human beings, that's what we tend to do. We are smart. We understand and we feel. We feel other people's energy. So they'll understand that you're not in the right mindset and they won't want to do business with you. So check your mindset. Check your mindset before you leave the door to go do that tour, and check your mindset when you go sit down and stay forensic to make your calls. And it's simple. It's as simple as, watching a motivational video, remembering your why. Those things will bring you back to the right mindset. Okay? Another thing to remember is what we call the acronym HALT. It's hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. Okay? So remember this acronym next time you have to check your mindset. Are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely right now? Do you feel tired? If you feel any of these, I would say emotions, then get yourself back to the right mindset before you start making those phone calls or before you leave the door. All right? Super important to check these four things. Now, what is the tripod of belief? Or you can call it the tripod of success, whatever makes more sense to you. But they all lead up to three different beliefs that make up your belief system. The first one is the belief in the industry, so the network marketing industry. And we're going to touch base on all of these. The second is belief in the company, so of course, global wealth trade. And then belief in yourself, which to me and to a lot of other people, it's probably the most important. Belief in yourself. Now, just like any other tripod, like where you put cameras on, if you guys don't know what a tripod is, if you take away one leg, the tripod falls. Just like if you didn't have one of these beliefs, for instance, let's say you didn't have belief in the industry or belief in the company, one of these, or if one of these were excluded, your entire belief system falls. So this is why it's super, super important to have these three beliefs down packed and reminding yourself every single day why, this is the best industry, why this is the best company, and why you are the best yourself. So let's talk a little bit about the belief in the industry. There is no other industry that has created more millionaires than direct sales. Absolutely no other industry. You can put the music industry, the entire entertainment industry, the NFL industry, and none of them have made more millionaires than direct sales. And once you start to get engaged with top top leaders in this industry, you're going to start to see that there are a lot. There's tons of people that make 10 figures, which a lot of people can't do nowadays, right? The economy is that bad. But millionaires is a whole different ballgame. So for the direct sales industry to accomplish that is a huge phenomenon. And there's absolutely no other opportunity out there that allows for a small investment and unlimited return. Because look at it this way, you can buy a McDonald's and become a millionaire after, I would say, 10 years if you didn't fail in your first 5. But I hope you have $500,000 to invest in McDonald's or any type of franchise. Here with network marketing, all it takes is the most you would pay here at GWT would be $3,099, or sorry, $3,500. That's the most that you would pay, or you can pay as little as $169. So a small, and even with $169, if you're in North America, you get a huge tax return of $3 to $9 grand right off the bat. But on top of that, there's also the unlimited return of residual income, which could be up to millions and millions of dollars. And again, it's only a small investment. And $3,000 or $3,500 is a very small investment to get back millions of dollars. And you could talk to any financial advisor and they will tell you that it just makes sense. Because a franchise, if you guys don't know the statistics, with a franchise, if you have to spend a minimum, I believe it was $250,000, and it's not certain that you'll get your money back. Like you're either breaking even or you're going to be in debt for the next 5 years. And if you can't succeed in those next 5 years, then you're probably going bankrupt. So this is one of the, if not the best industry because it's a small investment and unlimited return. And it's beautiful because it's at your own time. No one said you have to do this full time. You can start doing this part time. After 3 years, I still do this part time. And it's beautiful. I love my job. I love sales, but I get to do GWT part time and still make some great income. And there's a lot of people out there in the industry that make 10, 20, 30K a month in their network marketing business, but they still work a full-time job. So it's beautiful because it's flexible hours. And eventually, you're going to want to, once your income from your network marketing company oversees your income through your job, of course, you're going to want to quit your job and do this full time. But the beauty of it is when you do it full time, you have flexible hours. Look at Lee or Scaler, one of my mentors, and some of your mentors as well. He has the flexibility now to travel the world. He was just mentioning to me that he's going to Las Vegas to play in the poker tournament. He's going to Paris after that, and then he's going to go to travel the Mediterranean Sea. And that's just one example. There's also Maria, Renee, Reza. All these different leaders and mentors get to just travel the world because of the flexible hours that network marketing gets to offer. And on top of that, I mentioned little bit about it before. If you're in North America, you can take advantage of tax deductions with any home-based business. Doesn't matter if you put in an investment of $50 or $4,000, you're able to take advantage of tax deductions. One of my great business partners and really close friends, Tyler Cabral, he's notorious for getting back anywhere between $7 to $8 grand every single year in taxes, because he owns his own home-based business and he's able to write all that off. And same with myself, 3, 4, 5 grand the past 5 years or 3 years, because I own my own home-based business. And for those of you listening to this right now, you're able to do that as well. You're able to create tax deductions because you own your own home-based business. Another huge benefit of the industry is that it's low risk. Let's be serious. If you put 169 into a business like this, you really didn't lose anything because of the taxes, you know? And worst case scenario, if you decided that you didn't want to use your business to write off your taxes or to take advantage of tax deductions, you only lost 169. But if you were a franchise, you would have lost at least $250,000. So there's a huge benefit to this industry because it's low risk. You don't have to worry about forking out that much money. And of course, one of the main reasons why I decided to get started was the experience of owning your own business. See, I came from a construction background, had no idea what I was doing, but I seen an opening. I seen an opening to essentially knowledge and mentoring. See, for the past 3 years, the number one advice that I've given people is find a mentor and do exactly what they say. Because when you're able to, find a mentor and pick their brain and absorb that knowledge, you're now going to start making the income that mentor does. You are going to start to live the lifestyle that mentor does. So the experience that you gain in the network marketing industry is tremendous. I've learned so many different skills. I've learned how to talk to people, communicate with people on a whole different level. I've learned how to run a business. I learned how to manage other people. I've learned how to further my sales experience or sales skills. And that all of this came from this company, from owning my own network marketing business. So that is probably one of the most, I would say, beneficial to me, because that's something that you just can't put a price on, is the experience of owning your own business, the skills you develop while you're in this industry. On top of that, it's been endorsed by Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, people like Bill Clinton, and of course, a very credible journal, which is the Wall Street Journal. These are all people that make, billions and billions of dollars. And these are people that endorse this industry because they understand it's on the rise. They understand that the economy is it's not doing so great right now. And that network marketing is the way for the average person to hit a financial home run. Robert Kiyosaki, he started in this industry actually, and a lot of his success is based on network marketing. Same with people like Les Brown. Les Brown started in this industry, and look who he is now. He's a motivational speaker, makes millions of dollars, and helps so many people change their lives. So next time someone tells you, this industry is a scam or it's a pyramid scheme, let them know, listen, there's people, I would rather listen to someone that is where I want to be than someone that's not. And where I want to be is, be alongside Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki. I want to be recognized as one of the greats. And of course, this industry didn't start yesterday. It's been around for 60 years, 60 plus years, and it's always going to be around. To be honest, I've actually read an article not too long ago that was talking about that network marketing is going to be like getting a job now in the future, because people aren't going to go towards jobs because the economy is changing. They don't want to be tied down to a 9-to-5 job. What they're going to want to do is get into a network marketing company, build it up, and live off the residual income for the rest of their life. And these are people that are going to be in their 20s and 30s. And which brings me to my next point, the residual income aspect of it. This is why everyone gets into network marketing. And for those of you who don't understand residual income, it's essentially income that comes in every single time or every single day from efforts that you did previously. So you look at musicians, for instance, they create residual passive income, whatever you want to call it, because they've made an album once, but it's printed off several different times, gets sold to different music stores, and every time that album gets sold, they make a percentage off it. So they only made an album once, so their effort was, just making an album, maybe 12 songs, but it got printed off several times, so they're working off those, or they're getting paid off that effort that they only did once, which is essentially what network marketing is. You do the work once and you get paid for the rest of your life. That's why there's people like Leor Scaler traveling the world still getting paid. People like Maria Gadari, traveling the world getting paid. People sleeping and getting paid. Any financial advisor will tell you you should have a source of residual or passive income in your portfolio. The most successful people stay successful because they have several different income streams of passive residual income. Because when they don't feel like working, they're still making money, and it's repetitively. So this is why the network marketing industry is by far the best industry to be a part of. And that's why you need to have this belief. And if you don't still have it, do your research. Do your research on why this industry is truly the best. And once you start getting into more detail and depth of why this is, your belief system will start to build, and this is going to be one of your strong legs essentially in your tripod. Now, the second belief, of course, was belief in the company. There are several different companies out there, and you truly need to have belief in your specific company. And you can, list several different reasons. But this one, of course, Global Wealth Trade is by far the best company that I've seen out there, and I've studied several different ones. If you guys want to study some different companies, go to ourgwt.com and go to compensation plan comparisons, and you'll see the different differences in companies and why we are the greatest company out there. So let's list a few of them. So we've been 9 years running, actually 10 years now. We just had our 10th annual convention this past year. We have over 120 plus celebrities wearing our product, and there's always going to be more and more and more celebrities wearing our stuff. We've been featured in the American Business Journal, which is a very, very credible business journal, by the way. This is a journal that gets sent to top CEOs in America. These are people that make billions and billions of dollars. And the beautiful thing about this is that we made history with this journal because there was never a Canadian CEO and a Canadian company in this journal. We were featured in there twice, actually. We were featured inside on a 2-page spread, and then the next issue, if you see on the bottom left there, our CEO was on the front cover, which has never happened. But of course, the American Business Journal seen that Global Wealth Trade is a huge phenomenon for putting together the fashion industry into the network marketing industry, and able to help several people retire and making 6- and 7-figure earners. We are also featured in the Canadian Business Journal, which is another high-end journal that gets sent to top CEOs in Canada. We are featured in Prestige Magazine. This is a fashion magazine where we caught some celebrities wearing our product. And again, we don't pay these celebrities. These are celebrities that by their own means wear our product. So they, if you can put the puzzle together, celebrities only wear exclusive product because they don't want to have the same thing everyone else has. We were also featured in Regard Magazine, another high-end fashion magazine. We were featured in there 3 times on the front cover and also on an 8-page spread. We were featured in Canadian Jeweler Magazine, which is a high-end magazine that literally diagnoses jewelry all over Canada. And what they said about our product, which is the Fairy Mosh product, 19 karat and 21 karat, is that it's unimaginable. They couldn't believe that someone was able to create something so beautiful. And of course, we're the only people on the planet that have this type of product. Also, we are featured in Preferred Magazine, another high-end fashion magazine, where we were featured on the top 10 timepieces, master timepieces of all time. So we had 2 watches actually that were featured in there: the Fairy President and the Fairy Toronto. We were also featured on models that were wearing Hugo Boss, Versace, and of course our Fairy Silver. We were also featured in the Network Marketing Business Journal twice, by the way, twice as the company of the month. They literally said we were in a class of our own because we're the only, if you guys haven't figured this out yet, we're the only company that offers a high-end designer brand. Every other company is either health and wellness, telemarketing, or sorry, telecom, travel. So we're the only company that offers high-end designer clothing. We also have an A+ ranking on the Better Business Bureau. And of course, we've created things that no one else has ever been able to create, which is 0.950 palladium, as well as 19K and 21 karat jewelry. And of course, we've also created our Plankston, which no one has ever been able to create as well. And we are literally, like I mentioned before, the only company in the world that allows you to buy and sell a brand. So if you wanted to sell Gucci or Louis Vuitton, you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't even actually be able to franchise Louis Vuitton because you have to be a family member or in the family bloodline in order to own one of the Louis Vuitton stores. Here at Fairy, you can go out and sell Fairy Mosh, Posh, and there's going to be so much more product that's going to be released. And the beautiful thing about this is that we earn residual income when you do this. There's no other brand that allows you to do this. And we're the only company in the world that has Plankston, has 19 karat gold and 21 karat gold in the entire direct sales world, and as well as just worldwide. There's no other place. Hugo Boss doesn't have it. Gucci, Versace, they don't have it. We're the only ones that have it. And of course, I don't even have to explain this last point. We have the best compensation plan in the world. And if you don't believe it, look for yourself. Go to www.ourgwt.com and look at the comparisons from us to other companies. And recently, the compensation plan just got better. With the wholesale profit. A lot of other companies have wholesale profit bonuses, and we just beat them. We have up to a $350 wholesale profit bonus as soon as you launch a Diamond BDM, which is a kickstart. That's just a Kickstarter because there's also the residual income that's behind that. So I'm not going to spend too much time on, the pitfalls of the MLM industry, but I'll let you guys spend some time on the ourgwt.com on the compensation plan comparison. But these are a list of things, that the MLM industry fails on. Like for instance, the legs. If you have to build more than 2 legs, what's the point? I've seen companies that have unlimited amount of legs, and you're building forever. So the amount of income that you're going to make starts to decrease, and the amount of speed that you can build your business at decreases as well because of the amount of legs you have to build. And then, the levels, ranks, the total payout, all these things take an effect of a compensation plan that isn't able to pay you, first of all, pay you out as much as we do, and B, let you build as fast as we do. So if you guys do have questions about that, you can always ask me. There's, of course, the ranks. We don't have any ranks. We don't have any levels. We don't flush volume. And, of course, there's no cap on the volume or carryover volume in our compensation plan. And we are the only and the first free-flowing variable binary compensation plan. And when we talk about the products, of course, like I mentioned, we don't have a health and wellness product. We don't sell cable or cell phones. Our products are beautiful. They don't go bad like a health and wellness product would. Our products don't expire. There's no shelf life. And of course, products don't need to be tasted or tried for 3 months in order to tell if it's any good. They're visual products. It takes 3 seconds to know if you like it or not. And that's it. It's that simple. When's the last time you went to a store and you tasted a shirt that you wanted to try on? It never happens. You put on a shoe, you put on a ring, you put on a pair of glasses, and you know instantly if you like it. So it's instant gratification, which is a beautiful thing to sell because you just offer it to them. They like it. And the beautiful thing now is that we have technology. People can see it on a website, whether they like it or not. They buy it. If not, they look at another product and they buy that one. And our products don't lose their value. Gold, silver, and diamonds go up in value every single year. You can buy one of the rings, gold rings, put it in a safe. After 20, 30 years, you've already made money from it. And jewelry is part of our makeup. It can be passed down as heirlooms. If you can recall a time, when you were a child, that your grandma or your grandpa passed down a pair of rings, or a pair of a necklace or earrings. Jewelry has always been passed down from generation to generation, especially if it's something unique. And of course, products are an investment that only gain value, like I mentioned, gold, silver, diamonds. And then, of course, one thing I would recommend doing is going to YouTube or our GWT and type in Ramin's top 25 reasons why GWT products are the best. Literally, it's an entire list of reasons why our products truly are the greatest. I'll name off a few. Our products are visual. That's why we promote the Get Paid to Wear, because let's just put it this way. You'll hear unique stories in the company of people wearing their products, and literally it could be a watch and someone compliments on it and wants to buy it. And there's several stories, like Marshall Nguyen. He sold a watch right off his wrist. I've sold a ring right off my wrist, or my finger. It happens because our products are visual. Sanaz spends a lot of time to design beautiful products that people can compliment us on. And of course, we promote value versus benefit. The value of wearing something is a lot greater than going up to someone and saying, you should lose some weight, and take this product. That's a benefit, and it's not that easy to sell. Of course, our products are tangible, and we have tons of media accolades that promote our products. And these are just a few things, guys. Definitely spend some time going through these, and if you need the link, let me know. And now, like I mentioned, the most important, belief in yourself. We've covered belief in the industry, belief in the company. Those are things that it's very simple to have, especially with the belief in the company, guys. GWT is by far the greatest, and there's proof over and over again that it is. And belief in the industry, well, let's be serious. Where else do you have no cap on the amount of money you make, and you can just do this literally starting today, right? It's very difficult to find jobs like that, especially in the economy nowadays. But belief in yourself, that's something that's very difficult, something that you really have to work on, and you have to continue to work on it. After 3 years for myself, I continue to work on it. And I know for several different people, like Ulysses, he continues to work on it. Carol, she continues to work on it. There's tons of people that understand the concept of continuing to grow yourself. So let's talk about this. One thing you have to understand is that we're all made equal. We all have the same 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 ears, 1 mouth, and 1 head. So we're all equal. That means that if someone else can create success, if someone else can make $10,000 or $100,000 a month, that means you can too. You have the same 24 hours as Beyonce does. She just knows how to spend her time wisely. And if you can too, then you can make the exact same amount of money or create the exact same lifestyle that she has. Now, I always get this question, or not question, more of a statement, well, I'm not a salesman, I can't do this. I wasn't born a salesman. I don't think the greatest salesmen out there were born as salesmen. You become what you really focus on. I became a great, and I don't want to say great because there's always room for improvement, but I became a really good salesperson because of the time I put into learning how to. That's all it is. It's adapting yourself. Education. Read books on sales. Buy programs on sales. Go on YouTube. Search about sales. Find a mentor that is really good at sales and learn from him. You can literally do whatever you put your mind to, guys. You have to really get that. If you want to learn a new skill, put your mind to it. Figure out how to do it. Buy a book that you want to that correlates with that skill. watch a YouTube video that correlates with that skill. Find a mentor, like I mentioned, that correlates with that skill. Watch motivational videos on YouTube. Attend personal development courses wherever you are. If you're in the Netherlands, the Caribbean, if you're in China, there's always courses that you could take to continue your development. And of course, number one thing that you really need to keep in mind is think positive. If you guys haven't seen the movie The Secret, highly recommend it. To be honest, it's a documentary, and it completely changed my life. That is what opened me up to a positivity mindset. Because look at it, you have a choice. You can think positive towards a situation, or you can think negative towards a situation. The question you want to ask yourself is, what's going to leave you empowered? What's going to leave you feeling great versus feeling like crap? And of course, thinking positive would. So thinking positive will bring so much freedom and success to your life, because you won't have the restraints, you could say, of the negativity mindset. Thinking negative towards something just brings you down along with people. So I want you to shift your mindset. Go take a look at The Secret. You can watch it free on YouTube, and you can even read the book. But it's definitely a documentary that I recommend watching. And again, you have to just understand that the only one that, at the end of the day, the only one that's stopping you is you. You're the one who decides whether you want success. I've heard so many people saying, or that tell me they want to give up on life. They want to give up on GWT because this and that. And, I've heard everything. It was the product or the mentor or the compensation plan's not right. Guys, at the end of the day, it's none of that. If the products didn't work, if the compensation plan didn't work, or the mentors didn't work, why is it that there's people in the company making extraordinary success, making extraordinary money at that? People that just started yesterday, even already hitting the ground running. Maxwell's a great example of that. In just under 3 months, he's sponsored over 50 people and has created very amounts of money, like a large amounts of money. So you can't use these excuses to essentially stop you from, creating success in your life. Understand that you're the only one that stops you. And you are also the one that decides if you can hit success or not, if you can make that 10K a month, if you can buy a yacht, if you can, fly around the world and travel the world with your significant other or your kids. You're the one who decides that. So to get back to the excuses and reasons of things, when you make excuses to not do something, you disempower yourself. Also understand it's a choice. You have reasons that you can make as well as excuses. Now, ask yourself this: would it be more powerful to make a reason to do something versus a reason not to do something? So I'll give you an example. I can make a powerful reason to make my 10 calls I need to make today versus a reason not to make them. So I can make the reason that, I'm too tired. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm not going to make my calls until I eat, or I'll make my calls tomorrow, or I need to go finish something else instead of make my calls. That's not going to leave me empowered. But I can make reasons like, I'm going to make these calls because I want a beautiful life. I'm going to make these calls because I have a child at home that I need to feed. I got to make these calls because I don't ever want to work a day in my life again past 30. Those are powerful reasons. And when you start creating those powerful reasons to make those calls, or to do the tours, or to do anything regarding GWT or your home-based business, then you'll start to see success. Then you'll start to be empowered to want to do things. So create powerful reasons, guys. Create positive reasons why you would want to do something, and write them down so you can see in front of you that this is why I'm doing this. That's essentially what I want you guys to get, is the reasons to empower yourself, the reasons to do something in a positive manner will start to empower you to continually do them and create a habit out of them. Also understand that you have to get past no's. People think that joining GWT or any company or any sales job at that you're just going to get yeses all the time and you're going to make a lot of money. Guys, not everyone wants to do a business. Not everyone loves sales. Not everyone loves to make money, actually. So you have to understand that some people will say no. And if you understand that, you will start to see more success. The only difference between you and someone like, for instance, Lior or someone like Reza or even Ramin is that they just got more no's than you. They had more failures than you. So understand that you just need to get more no's. Continue to get more no's, and those yeses will come. Because eventually you're going to start to find what I like to call aces. You'll start to find those people that are go-getters like you, people on the same level as you, if not higher, and just want to take this and run with it. That eventually you'll find those people, but you got to get your no's. And some of the people that'll say yes to you end up turning to a no after, but that doesn't matter. You just keep going, and eventually you'll start finding those people. And just don't take it personal. I've been doing this for 3 years. I've rebuilt my team here in the local area several times. And I don't take it personal. I just know that first of all, I know that it's their loss. And second of all, I know that I'm just going to continue building it. I'm going to go find other people that I want to work with. And every time I do rebuild, I always find that one that sticks, that one that really wants it. And that's what I want to get you guys to understand is that if you take it personal, you shut everything down. When you don't take it personal, you find other avenues to take, other ways to start creating success in your business. And guys, at the end of the day, you only fail if you stop. As soon as you stop learning, if you stop, making calls, if you stop doing tours, that's when you fail. If you do a tour and someone says no to you, you win. If you do a tour and it went completely wrong because you said the wrong things, you still win because you did it. But the moment that you stop doing that is the moment you fail. So you fail automatically. So don't be a quitter. Don't be a quitter because you have, something to work for. Find out what your why is. Answer these questions for yourself. What will motivate you to achieve greatness? Are you too comfortable right now? Is that what it would be? Or are you tired of your life? If you answered yes to the two last ones, then you have to start to get more clear on what your why is. Get clear as in why you want to do GWT. Do you want to make more income? Why do you want to make more income? If you had more income, what would you do with it? Do you have a child that you need to support? Do you just want to get out of the rat race? Did you have a terrible life and realize that you deserve a lot more? Well, then all I have to say to you guys is get out of that comfort zone. Stop being tired and start getting to work. And the last and final key points that I could offer you guys to create that belief in yourself is be coachable. Be coachable to your mentors. They've been through the struggles that you're going through. So if you can open up and listen to them, you'll get to where they are. Every good leader was once a good student. Lior was in the same boat as everyone else. He's still coachable. He still listens to Ramin, still listens to Renee, still listens to his mentors. You can try things your own way. You really could. And I have tried it. So I'm telling you from experience. But at the end of the day, it'll take that much longer to create success. So if you listen to your leaders, follow exactly what they say, follow this GWT system, then you will hit success. So another cool tip is try to learn the first time instead of making the same mistakes 20 times before you learn. I like this quote because if you listen to your mentors and you learn that first time when you made that first mistake, then you know not to do it. But if you didn't learn from it and you keep on doing it over and over again, well, you're just going to be stuck. You're going to hit a plateau and you'll never want to continue to do GWT or any company or any venture because you think that there's no way to get past that plateau. And definition of insanity, guys, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. If you're doing something right now that's not working, talk to your mentor. Find out what else you can do that that they could give you advice on to create that success, to get out of that bubble that I like to call. So, guys, that concludes our training for today. I hope all you guys got some value. I want to open it up for any questions that you guys may have. If you don't have any questions, I don't see anything coming in. Um, I'm just trying to see if there's any questions. Okay, I see no questions coming in. So I want to thank everyone for being on the call. I want to let all you guys know as well that every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Canadian time, 8 p.m. Netherlands time, we'll be doing these calls. Ulysses is actually going to be doing the next call. Ulysses, if you want, I want to spend a little bit of time telling everyone what the next call is going to be on. I know you had a super exciting training, so if you want to spend like a minute or two getting everyone excited for what's to come next week.
Hey Eddie, thanks for the great training. And yeah, for next week's training, I am going to be speaking on what to send your prospects once they launch, and what is the importance and the fastest way to success in GWT. So that is more on our training for next week. So stay tuned again, like Eddie said, 2 p.m. Toronto time and 8 p.m. Netherlands time.
Awesome. Right on. Ulysses, thank you so much. I'm super excited. You got me excited just to know what I can do to better myself in that field as well. So, guys, stay tuned. And thanks again. All I have to say is to the billion.